Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone from sunny Springboro, Ohio.
It is
I'm
a sunny
Sherry.
day. I'm Brian. It is a sunny
And
day
we're
today.
with factorydirect.com or Factory Direct Craft. So you can go Factory Direct or factorydirectcraft.com and you can check out our website. I think they checked the other day and there was 47,000 active products that we carry along with all kinds of things from dollhouse miniatures. We're the largest importer of paper mache in the United States. We carry floral, artificial floral is one of our largest things. We work from everyone from larger corporations to, hey, if you just want to have some new flowers on your kitchen table.
Yep.
We love everybody.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So
Absolutely.
yeah, we do all kinds of things, and we're glad you're here.
Yep. Yeah. Let us know where you're watching from. Let us know if you can hear us. So last week we had some audio issues where we were running a new microphone setup. We thought it was working well, and after we got done, I was walking into my office, and one of my coworkers said, "Nice show, Alvin." And I was like,
yeah, we sounded like the chipmunks.
Yeah,
our voices aren't
it
quite
made our
that
voices
high.
sound high.
So if you hear us, give us a thumbs up or something.
Let us know if the audio sounds
that
as
if our microphone.
we actually
Anytime we have an issue like that, it'd be helpful. Please shout out because we're not paying attention to the other things that are going on around us. We're just concentrated on you guys. And yeah, we don't.
Yeah, and there's some of you folks that are here every week, so you should have a pretty good idea of what we actually sound like. So
I thought I had an illness when I listened to it in the afternoon.
I sounded like I sucked on a helium balloon.
I thought,
right before we
my
started.
voice got really high all of a sudden. Maybe it's an age thing, gray hair and high voice. But yes, so let us know. Like I said, everybody's been out. We had a lot of people around here. Took off on vacation, camping,
long weekend, holiday weekend.
Long holiday weekend, which was greatly. It was great.
It
was nice. Nice to get a breather from the craziness that goes on around here sometimes. We had some storms over the weekend, which if you guys, if any of you watch the Indy 500,
always storming.
We're about a half hour, 45 minutes behind them. So when it was storming over there, we knew it was coming this way.
Well, we know it'll be coming again because our friend Kat just said morning from stormy Nebraska.
Oh gosh, yeah. Well, I think so. My husband, he got out early this morning. He likes to cut the grass on Thursday and Friday here. Yeah. We have about an 8-acre lot here at the warehouse. So he calls it the back 40 back there. So he starts back there and then finishes up tomorrow. And he was going to do some tree trimming and stuff. So try to keep the building looking decent. But yeah, we don't have a service because they charge ridiculous rates. And if they charge ridiculous rates, that means we've got to add it on to the products and ultimately, so we try to do everything we can so that we can offer you good morning.
Yeah, Linda, welcome back. Linda's been here before.
Good. Hey, good morning, Linda. Let us know, you guys, where you're from, what's going on in your life, if you had a good weekend, did you have a good picnics, or
what did you do?
What you did, if you're working on a project. We asked yesterday when we posted the, to let you know we were coming on today, and I know we had one customer that said she's anxious to get started on Halloween.
I saw that, yeah.
Yeah, which is, hey guys, we may not have it behind us, but we do carry seasonal products year round.
Yes.
In fact, we sold a large order a couple of days ago of Christmas things that they were getting ready to do Christmas setups in one of the large stores. Sporting goods stores. So we do have those items in stock. If you want pine stems and you need 10,000 pine stems to create a background scene for something, we've got that.
Yeah, I had a customer call the other day to ask. They said, "Hey, what Christmas items do you have in stock?" And I was like,
thousands.
Can you be more specific? Because there's probably about 8,000. She's like, no, like right now. I said, oh, we never turn them off. If we have it in stock,
unless
even if it's
they're
seasonal,
out of
it's always
stock.
on.
If an item's out of stock,
yeah.
you won't see it on the website. But do reach out to us either via live chat or email or something and let us know what you're looking for, and we can put you on a list so
Yep.
that when it does become available, you'll be notified. But yeah, no, if you see it on our website, it is here in stock in the warehouse,
Yeah.
ready to ship to you within a day or so.
Yeah, Linda
So-
said she's thinking Christmas.
Yeah,
Is
if you're one that does all the shows in the fall or has a shop somewhere, you definitely know that you've got to be working on that now. And we, of course, we kind of eat, breathe, and around here Christmas, and we're working not on this. This Cummings Christmas is done. The items
Yeah.
are ordered, and they're start showing up here. Usually they start in June showing up, all the new items and things like that,
Yep.
and then go into September depending on delivery and where they're coming from and such. So, but we're already starting to talk about Christmas 2025.
Yes. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so yeah, but yeah, so we kind of do. We're always looking at Christmas.
Yep. Oh, Michelle's here.
Hey, Michelle.
Michelle said they're getting ready for fall and winter holidays, so hear
Yes.
Your Heart's Content. Yeah, if you haven't checked it out, make sure you look up Your Heart's Content on Etsy. That's our friend Michelle.
She's on Amazon too. A handmade.
She is on Amazon. That's right.
Yeah. Amazon
I did hear- I
handmade.
did- yeah.
So she does some amazing things with some of our paper mache products.
Yeah.
And we're always excited when we see we you know they're just kind of brown cardboard, which I love the color
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
cardboard,
they're
but
just
the things people do
basic
with
paper
them
mache
are
cones and-
gosh, yeah, she does cones and different things, and other customers do too,
Mm-hmm.
boxes and we talked last week about all the things that the masks they use them for.
Yeah.
And so yeah, and obviously fall things. One of our most popular, maybe we'll bring it in next week and show, is a little pumpkin that's all hand carved out into a tiny little jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah.
And that's one of our more popular paper mache
Yeah, that
items.
sells out every year.
Every year it sells out. We've got thousands in stock right now. They just came in. So if you need them for fall, now's the time to
Yeah.
get them. And but because they are handmade, all that little carving on the front there, it's not machine done. That's all done by hand.
Yeah.
And so it's a tedious process. So we try to get those done ahead so that we've got those here for everybody.
Yep. Linda's, let's see. Oh, yeah, Kat said she has an order that should be there tomorrow. And Kat, I did get your email. Kat sent me what they were working on their class the one week.
What were they working on?
It was like the smaller tabletop, almost like a little picket fence.
Oh, cool.
So with different designs.
Yeah,
and
we love
paintings and-
seeing what you're doing. I know and hearing all the things, because it's like kind of when you go to the grocery store and you look at the person in front of you and you think of the things in your cart and you're thinking, wonder what they're making.
Yeah.
That's kind
Yeah,
of
what are
like
they-
that. The girls back and the guys back and where they actually do the packaging. They said sometimes as they're putting this stuff in the boxes,
Yeah.
it's like, how does that one go with
Right.
that? So sort of like at the grocery store. But today's theme is coastal, because we
Coastal.
thought going into summer that would be really good. And all the links to the products and things that we talk about today will be posted at the end of the video or the end of the live
Yeah.
today. So, and that's both on here on Facebook and over also on YouTube. We're also live over there. So hey, give us some love. If you don't feel that right now is the time that you're able to buy product from us, help us out. Give a small company a little love with a thumbs up or
Yeah.
a like and stuff. That really helps us share anything.
Share our
we
social
post
media, tell your
every
friends.
single day on Facebook. And you can go back through. You can see as our family grows and changes. I sometimes go back through, and it's fun to go look through as babies were born in the warehouse and other unfortunate events happen in the warehouse as far as deaths in the family and things. And we did have one of those this week. So, but I won't cry. Anyhow,
No, it's okay.
let's start with the first big item. That the thing that I find that I know people don't, and it is tying into some pip berries over here. We've got these.
Yeah, those big anchor cutouts.
I'm telling you what are the price on these, Nikki? Or do
Those.
you want to look it up? Here, I'll let you look it up. And while I'm talking,
$7.99.
$7.99. And I mean, this is a solid,
It's solid,
wood.
yeah, it's not
big.
plywood.
And if you look at the piece, we carry a lot of cutouts, and that was what I started out looking at. And we have a lot of little anchors; they're 4 inches or something. But I think this is like 11 or something like this.
Yeah.
14.
14. Well, see, I
Almost
was off. And I was like, oh my gosh, people need to see how big this is. But this would be
Yeah.
so cool to put on a wreath or just by itself,
hanger,
wall
yeah.
hanger or something like that.
Nursery.
Nursery could be, little boys' nursery. Parties, birthday parties, all kinds of things. If you have someone that was in the Navy, which I have a cousin, we were laughing at his picture. He's older, doesn't look like that, his picture from the Navy. But my daughter was asking me, she goes, wow, that's him? I was like, yeah, that's him. A little younger and a little thinner then. But anyhow, we do have these in stock, and we have quite a few. We got a great buy on them, and that's why we're able to offer something this big for that kind of price. And we'll put a link for that at the end.
Doreen said good morning. She's enjoying having her morning coffee.
Yep. Well, he's
Same here,
got
Doreen.
coffee.
I have coffee.
But I'm the tea
She's
drinker.
got her tea as usual. But
I've never drank tea. You know, when I was little, I used to love, my grandma would be in the kitchen and I could smell the coffee and it smelled so good, but I just never developed a taste for drinking
Yeah.
it, which was probably good. But tea, I don't know. They're probably both about the same price. I
Yeah.
don't know.
yeah, Linda says a great price on that.
Yeah.
Kathy said hello from Texas. Good morning, Kathy.
Good morning, Kathy.
Patricia, good morning to you as well.
Hey, good morning, Patricia. I think you're on here every week. And so we really
She's the one
appreciate
looking for Halloween. Ready for
Halloween.
Patricia,
Okay,
okay.
you're a Halloween. Well, we've got a lot of Halloween in stock. I know there's a lot of Halloween floral.
Linda wants to know if we sell those mugs.
The mugs. I don't sell the mugs. I actually bought the mug. Well, we can. Yeah. Well, let's investigate it because I just ordered these
We just
in.
got them because
yeah.
it'd be good for
Yeah, it'd be good for you. But yeah,
our logo
we'll
on it
check
when we're
it out.
drinking our
We'll check
drinks.
it out and we'll let you know. And maybe next week or so, huh? Yeah, exactly. Maybe. Yeah. So anyhow, I thought beach. There's so many cool signs and things that we have
yeah.
that are beach related. This one's Life's at Ease with an ocean breeze, and that would be nice. We don't get a
Yeah.
lot of ocean breeze here in Ohio.
there's a
It's kind of few and far between. I like this one. Sand between my toes. As a kid, I lived in Salisbury, Maryland, and they used to say, you didn't live there. You had sand in your shoes, which if you live in a
Yeah.
beachy, sandy type area. So that one's kind of close to that saying. I remembered my dad. He said he didn't like the sand in his shoes.
good morning, Tiffany. Tiffany Music's on.
Hey, Tiffany.
How have you been?
How have
It
you
has been a long time.
Long time. No see.
Hope
Good
you're
talk
doing
to you
well
this
as well.
morning.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, yeah, you
well,
would.
yeah,
Yeah,
there you
of course.
go. Yeah, well, hey, that's
Nikki's
great.
family, of course,
Yeah.
should have talked to you
So-
regularly, but
yeah.
we haven't heard from
How
you in a
about
while.
this one? This was Life is Good at the Beach. Ain't that the truth?
Mm-hmm.
And weather, I think coastal, the thing about coastal, and obviously we, unless you consider there's a little lake by here, I guess you could consider that a beach. But we don't have a lot of beach here at the south end of Ohio. We're down, if we were up by Cleveland or up there, we would have the lake. But down here, unless we go down towards the river, and there's not really a lot of beach per se there.
Yeah.
But I still like it. I just like coastal. I think it gives you that summer vibe and everything.
Kat wants to know, do we have the round life preserver?
I think not. I know which one you're talking about. We used to carry,
Yeah.
and that we have the problem we've had over the
Was that a
past
Doris
several
item?
years. That one, no.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't. But the problem we've had is a lot of our manufacturers overseas, especially during COVID, when there was
Yeah.
all the logistics issues and all that kind of things. A lot of companies went out of business.
Yeah, they closed their doors and didn't
they
open.
closed their doors and they
Reopen.
didn't reopen for different reasons. So we have been working our tails off trying to find new sources
Mm-hmm.
for some of our better supplies. But yeah, we used to carry that in two different sizes, and they were real
Yeah.
popular. So definitely won't be able to get anything in this year. But yeah, put a note in. We'll
Yeah.
get that to the buyer, and and that's why this is really helpful when we have the live here. If there's something you guys are looking for,
Let
we
us
can
know.
tell you. Like back here, this was always one of our our more popular items. We carried this driftwood
the driftwood garland?
The driftwood garland.
Yeah.
And we've got a whole bunch of that. It's not in, unfortunately, yet because it is handmade. I
Yeah.
think this comes out of the Philippines, some of the same area that our paper mache comes out of. So we have a lot. We've got a driftwood Christmas tree. Oh my gosh, if you're into coastal at Christmas.
Yeah,
But even
I
if
saw
you're
the
not,
sample of that
did you see
in
the
Pam's
sample of
office.
that?
It looks
Yeah,
awesome.
we'll bring some of those things in to show you. So I'm
Some
not
stuff we're working
sure.
on,
We'll
yeah.
try to get an ETA on some of the driftwood things, and we'll post that too.
Take a note
If
of
you're
that.
on here in replay and you've got a question, you can also post your questions during replay, and we monitor this all the time. Just we do sleep occasionally.
A little bit.
A little bit. They let us occasionally off to take a nap.
Yeah.
But yeah, just post a question if you're on replay. Let us know where you're from.
Yeah.
That's always good. Let us know how you found us to come here.
Yeah,
we know how
we ask that every
Tiffany
week,
got
but
here.
yeah, we know how
but
Tiffany
we
got
want to know
here.
how you found
Yeah.
us. If our advertising dollars are spent well, because believe me, that is an expensive.
Yeah, I know last week it was a wide, when people were answering,
It
it
was.
was somewhere it had found us on Facebook, somewhere it was word of mouth. Some people
yeah.
just found us looking up craft items on, doing a Google search.
Google
but
search and all that.
We always
kind
are
of
looking
stuff.
forward to that feedback from you
Yeah,
guys.
we appreciate any feedback, negative, positive.
100%.
A negative comment is a chance for us to improve.
Mm-hmm.
A positive comment, it's always good to have a pat on the back.
Yeah, yeah.
But the other thing, I know some people are still into fairy gardens, and with all of our dollhouse miniatures, the fairy garden stuff kind of blends into there so nice. And we've got some of the cutest little coastal fairy gardens. I love this little tree. It's supposed to represent like you built the Christmas tree on the beach. And then I even found a little fairy with her sand bucket, and she's got
that's
her
cute.
little glitter wings back there, and she comes with a stake, a little metal stake, so you can actually stake her right down in the ground. But the stake is separate, and if you don't want the stake, in the back there, I love these guys. These little, I guess they're supposed to be shorebirds or something.
Yeah, okay.
It comes as a
Ebrew or
set of
something.
two. Here's a taller little green one. And these are painted with an all-weather paint so that they can be put inside or outside. So there's a little green one, and then his little buddy's got blue feathers back there. So like I said, we've got a pretty large selection of
Yeah.
fairy garden items.
You saw a lot
And
of this pit bear. Is that the coastal one that's called
that's
coastal?
the coast. It's actually, I think it's called coastal.
I think
mean,
it is
don't
called- I
remember.
think
I
it's
just like the
actually
color.
called
coastal.
Not that
Yeah.
I wear a lot of that
Yep.
blue color. I like that color for
Uh-oh.
summer. Whoops, what are you doing there?
knocking
Trying to
stuff.
break,
Yeah.
trying to break the
Breaking stuff.
break
Well,
the
checking
display
items.
stuff. And then I even found this cute little thing. I just thought that was cute, for a party favor or
Mm-hmm.
something. It reminds you of those little old sand buckets that, it is metal, just like the old sand buckets, and hand painted. And it's got a nice vibe. You could use it for any season because it's even got fall colors in there. But I was just, little sand bucket,
Yeah.
cute.
Got a lot of
Yeah,
people
let's catch
saying
up
that
on. Linda said the fresh air restores the soul. That is 100%.
I agree with
true.
that. Yeah, I like that when we can open up the doors here and let the fresh air in, especially after it's rained.
Yeah.
The condo my husband and I live in is we almost kind of live in the woods, and I told our grandchildren that just pretend we're camping.
Yeah.
It's
Rhea, good morning. Rhea's from Ohio as well.
Hey, good morning.
Karen said she found us on Facebook.
Very good, very good.
Erica says, I'm working on my dollhouse after she gets back from kayaking. That sounds like
Sounds
fun.
lovely.
Yeah.
Hi from Prescott, Arizona.
Oh yeah, if you're working on a dollhouse, let us know what you're doing. We carry a lot of dollhouse miniatures,
Yes.
and more added all the time. We're always and they're just fun.
Yeah.
They're just fun.
Rhea said she found us on Facebook. Good morning, Sue. Also found us on Facebook.
Great.
Chris found us on Facebook. Patricia said your miniature selection is the best I have ever seen. We appreciate
And yes,
that.
we have actually one whole room set up down in our photography department that is nothing but set up to do miniatures.
Yeah, we have a
photographs.
dollhouse in there.
And we have been working, I think, around 7 years now, trying to get all of the thousands of miniatures that we.
There's so many, but we
There's
can
so
only-
many,
can only
and
take
new
one
ones
picture at a
coming,
time- at
and
a
one
time.
picture at a time. And but anyhow, if there's one you really want to see something, and it hasn't had its photograph done yet.
Yeah, Kathy's word of mouth. She said she's building some dollhouses, and her brother told her about us.
Well, hey, thanks, brother.
Pamela, good morning. Pamela's in Buffalo, New York. She found us on Facebook.
Oh, you guys can do a lot of crafting up there in the winter.
Yeah, Kat said she
You do it
ordered.
in the summer too.
Kat
but
said, yeah,
it's
Kat said
cold
she
up
ordered it
there.
from us years ago, so Kat's been a customer for a while. And then
Yeah,
Erica
we've
said,
been around since 1985,
Yeah.
so longer than some of you all have been alive. We've been online since '95. I think the second company in the state of Ohio to go online.
I was told that. I think
Yes.
Janine told me that.
Second state, they sent us. It was AT&T was setting up businesses in the state of Ohio to
Yeah.
go online, and they sent us this box that was. It was the World Wide Web in a box or something like that, and it had a bunch of discs in there.
Back when people called it the World Wide
Yes,
Web.
the World Wide Web in a box. We'll have to find web in a box. We'll have to find that, or maybe it's still around here someplace. But yeah, so I don't know. I guess you were supposed to. I don't know how sticking this disc in your computer would have made us go online. There's a little bit more involved than that.
Yeah.
But what you got?
Erica said she found us on Facebook because of her dollhouse.
Very good.
Linda said she found us years ago when she was looking for Doris items.
Oh, yeah. We
Which
used
we
to
carry a lot-
partner
used to
with
carry a lot of
Doris
them.
in a lot of different things. And Doris, really sad, they went out in September of 2020 during the pandemic. And, oh, man, we hated that.
I mean,
really...
I think they were our biggest vendor.
They were.
At
They
one
were
point-
at
at one
one
point, at
time.
least.
At one time, they were one of our large vendors. Great company to work with. Just great people all around. And it was just really sad when we didn't have them anymore. So,
Yeah.
but that we do. We have a lot of the same vendors that they had, and we can bring in a lot of the product.
Yeah.
But we want to be careful and mindful to our company and the fact that there's a reason they went out of business. So we can't carry, I don't know, they probably carried hundreds of thousands of different products.
Yeah.
So one of the things that we did, I've got domino effect going over here with all my goodies. One of the things my husband and I did this weekend is we went down to the flea market, and we're fortunate here. There's two flea
There's a couple
markets.
of them, yeah.
There's a couple of them just down the road. If you ever go up and down 75, you'll be able to see a couple of the flea markets right off the road. So we went down. We like to go down there and wander around. Some days
Yeah.
we hardly spend anything.
I did videos at those flea markets.
Yes, you did. You took it because we used to have.
We used to have booths in there, and I was doing like a history of the company, and I was
Yeah,
the
yeah.
same day. I did one
And you-
because they're literally right across the highway from
Yes,
they
right
face
across
each
the
other.
way. We used to have booths on either side. But one of the fun things I like to do, like back here with the coastal theme, I've got this old ladder I found somewhere, and I just like to blend them in. You'll see those old items that we get with. In our photograph in the background, they'll have props and stuff, and it just gives personality. And it's a way, if you've got old things that maybe have a meaning to you, we've got old things that we put in our props that are meaningful to us. But I love to go and find old things. So we were down there, and we walked around. We bought a couple of things. I also I collect. I don't know that I collect them, but I like old vintage kitchen tools like knives and different things like that. They're made in Japan and Taiwan and stuff, where they're real or made in America, even better.
Yeah.
And so I found a couple knives this weekend, and hopefully I got to go fishing because I got a beautiful fillet knife now. But one of my favorite find this weekend, and it is heavy, is this old vintage toolbox. So I spotted it down under a table, and I thought, and it was full of tools, had all screwdrivers and a ton of nails in there. So if you guys had come up with a craft that you can think of, I've seen a couple online that you can do with nails. We have a lot of nails in this thing. My husband took out all the tools. So I'm wanting some ideas on how you think, we can work with this. I'm really seeing some cute floral
I was gonna say some
display
florals
to
for
go
sure.
out on the porch or something. And I'm telling you, this thing's got a patina, and it is heavy. Did you try?
No, I haven't. You showed me the picture. I hadn't
Yeah,
seen it in person
it's
yet.
heavy.
Yeah, they don't build stuff like that anymore.
Oh yeah, they don't build stuff like that. Somebody carried his tools around. I mean, there was there was like things like you put up curtains with.
Yeah.
And it was $5. The
Yeah.
lady told me $5 with all the stuff in it, and it actually only cost me $4.75 because I found a quarter.
You said you found a quarter
I
in there.
found a quarter
so.
down in the bottom. So if you got an idea of something cool that we could do with that, we'll, or if you've got something similar, Dad maybe had
so
one.
Kristen just said by the way, she loves your blue nails today.
Oh yeah, you have to like that.
She said she also
My
got one of
grandkids
those.
pick the colors
She said
out.
she also got one of those vintage toolboxes, and she turned into a little planter.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I could see some geraniums or different things. I just
yeah,
got
or
it
even
the
like
other
if
day.
you're doing a summer cookout, you could use it for
Yeah,
utensils
you
and
could.
napkins.
Yeah, you
and-
could. Once we got it cleaned out, it wasn't too bad. But oh my gosh, it was kind of. My husband had fun. There was
he was
little
probably going through all the
copper
tools.
elbows.
Yeah.
it was filled way up to the top. But yeah, the pliers and
Yeah,
screwdrivers.
Linda
and-
said she got some vine for us. She said maybe some baby grass that would look nice.
That
in
would
there.
look
Yeah.
cool in there too. Yeah. So,
For
but
sure.
anyhow, when you're out and about, that's my big thing. Is
Mm-hmm.
I'm always looking. I got a really cool coffee pot in the other day too, because we do a lot of our displays for the floral. We'll put them in some kind of a container, and we have a really cool about that color coffee pot we've been using. And they said, "Oh, we need one that's just silver." And I found the coolest coffee pot. It was electric, but it didn't have the cord. And the woman, she kept telling me it didn't have the cord, and I was like, "Oh, that's okay."
Yeah, I'm not using it
We're not
to
gonna
make
use
coffee.
You're not going to use it for coffee, but so you'll see some photos coming out on that
Yeah.
too. It's really got a vintage vibe.
Kat
to
said
it.
add some sunflowers to the corners.
I thought about that, and I was even thinking of, I like that. The sunflowers are good any
They're
time
good
of
anytime,
year.
yeah.
Yeah, but I even like to take the old vintage sunflower or any kind of seed packet
Mm-hmm.
and pop those in there. So I've got a couple of those laying down on my desk. I was
Yeah.
looking at that this morning.
Donna
thinking,
said she has one on her porch with all sorts of old things in it, old bottles and
Yes,
old coffee
yes.
with old coffee with floral in it. Like a little
Yeah,
coffee
I
pot.
just
yeah.
they're so
Just like
fun.
you were just talking about.
Yeah, it's so fun. So and that's why and we do. It's a morning pastime. Where could you go spend all morning?
Right.
Get a few steps in.
Got all kinds of ideas coming in.
Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of the flea markets, it's a lot of shoes. you know, and
people selling old clothes.
old
and-
clothes, different things like that. Which I like old clothes and stuff
Yeah.
like that, but more so like. Different tools like,
Mm-hmm.
for people to go do construction, and I'm not going to go do construction. But I know some people, there was a whole bunch of that stuff. My husband does pop over and look at some of
Yeah.
that things. But yeah, there was a lot of plants down there this week, which
Yeah.
was kind of cool, which is good because pretty soon that means we'll be able to get tomatoes and
Yeah.
good things off. There'll be that. We'll get to pick some of those up, cucumbers and all that fun stuff.
Kristen said some creeping Jenny spilling out would look great too. She has several planted in her front garden. They look great with
Yeah.
colorful flowers. Kat said Mod Podge the front of the seed packets on the ends.
Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, I've got some really cool sunflower ones that I've picked up somewhere laying down there on my desk, and I just never could quite figure out what to do with them. So I don't know. I'll come up with something, but I just thought it was super cool, and I was so excited, and there was nobody to tell.
Yeah.
I guess I should have popped on and posted it for you guys to take a look at.
Yeah.
But
Good.
you ready for questions?
Yeah, we're coming up on half an hour, so let's go. And in keeping with today's theme, favorite beach you've ever been to?
Koh Samui, Thailand. How about that for?
That was quick.
Never. Yeah, I mean, you answer that. A lot of
know.
times,
Yeah, any
a lot of
day.
times I ask questions. You got to think like if it's like favorite pizza topping, you're like
Yeah.
You were like you had that. You were waiting your life for me to ask you that question.
In all honesty, any day you could spend at the beach. It's a
yeah,
good day, any place at the
100%.
beach.
I've never had a beach I
don't
didn't
care.
like, so.
Yeah, I never had a beach, but yeah, we got to go there one time. Oh gosh, it's been 30 years ago, but I was
Yeah.
like, wow. I mean, took a little truck over to the beach, and there were elephants, and that's just
awesome.
I don't usually see that wherever.
Favorite beach activity?
Just sitting and watching people.
Yeah.
Enjoying the beach itself, the sun, getting in the water if it's warm. I don't like to get in if
Reading.
it's too cold. Reading. Yeah, reading. But I like a lot of people
I'm not a
watching.
beach-
It's
yeah, I'm not a
usually
beach
you
guy.
can
Yeah,
kind of
I'm-
sit back there and pretend like you're sleeping and you can get some interesting
Very
beach
interesting,
watching.
100%. And then this is Atlantic, Pacific, or Gulf.
Each has its own.
I know.
Because
I
the
know.
Pacific, you just don't get the same.
Yeah, the Pacific side, it's just so cold.
It's very cold, yeah,
It's
but
cold.
it's so beautiful.
I know.
And the same with the Atlantic, depending, the coast is.
Yeah,
Is,
how far south you go, it can
Yeah,
be warm.
it can be.
I'm a golf guy
The
myself.
golf, I like the golf. It's warm normally.
Yeah, the water's generally calmer, usually
Water's
clearer.
calmer, water's clearer, but I don't know. Like I said, I just
They all
don't
have their
think
own benefits,
anybody
though.
could But hey, if you guys have a beach, we obviously
Yeah,
have
what is your
So
favorite
what's
beach?
your favorite beach? Yeah.
Favorite beach activity?
Go to Mui, Thailand. I would go back.
Linda said Pacific is scenic. That's absolutely that's very true.
Yeah, we used to do a lot of traveling overseas when we were sourcing products and stuff. So we got to go to neat places like that. But
Yeah.
there we go. There's my questions. And for anybody to ask, I do not know what he's going to ask me. So he does usually stump me. I came off pretty beaches.
You were ready
I like
today.
warm. Ask
You
me
were ready
skiing,
today.
I'd really be
Yep. And if
stumped.
there's anything you guys want to see for next week, let us know. If you have any questions, anything like that.
Absolutely.
If you're watching on replay, please leave a comment, leave a
And
question.
again, we're with Factory Direct Craft. FactoryDirect.com will take you right to our website where you can see the thousands of items that we offer. If you're here on replay, again, if you've got any questions, or pop into our live chat during the week. We've got operators English speaking. I got so frustrated last night. I was like, "Give me a live person."
Yeah, oh, yeah, that's the
they
worst.
something on Amazon they'd sent to my husband wrong. But anyhow, we're here. We're here to help you,
Yep.
and we're so glad you came to visit us. This
And we'll
morning.
see you next
We'll see you
week.
next week at 10.
Bye, guys.
Bye.